Hi, everybody. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. A few seconds of nothing. I have some water. I believe it was February 2021 that I did how to make crumb blocks, which is pretty comprehensive. Hi, Tracy. Thanks for coming. I believe that video from, I think it's February 2021 that I did it. It has like more than 10,000 views. It's just my way of doing things. It makes sense in my brain. Everybody can do their own thing. Lots of people I watch crumb blocks being done all over the place, and some people do this, some people do that. Whatever works. Hi, Lori. Hi, Patty G. Hi, Kim. Thanks, everybody. It's relatively cool in here right now. Hi, Miss Canadian Scrapper. I don't think I know you, or do I? Not sure. The background noise is my fan that's going because it gets stuffy in here. Oh, hang on, itch. Okay. With these blocks I'm making, I'm going to put them together with black sashing and make a blanket for the back of my daughter's car for when she takes the dog, which is why I'm using fabric that either has no black or very limited black. And I have 6 of the 12 blocks I want to use so far. I'm going to do 4 across 3 down. So I'll show you what I've got so far. And I have a 10.5-inch square ruler, and that's how I just square them up. You can make them as big as you want. You can make ginormous ones if you feel like. Totally random. I put everything together with everything else. Thanks, Tracy. Yeah, I like to just mix everything up as much as possible. Bit of this and that. Those are the ones I've got done. And I just did one of the ways to start. If you're not sure how to start, take 2 pieces, sew them together. You started. Simple. I tried to do little bitty strip sets, depending on what I have that fits together. Could be this. Could be that. And then if I'm getting close to the size I need for a block, I can use these to make it big enough and just trim off what I don't need. Or sometimes I only need a little bit, and then I have enough left over when I trim to use it for something else. Works pretty good. Or if you're not sure, take a strip, this batik strip, and I sewed 3 things on it. And then I just take my scissors and clip them apart and press them. So I'll just cut for a second while you guys all say hi to one another. Get those out of the way. Press those out. Yeah, Tracy, I just got that recently at Fabricland a while ago because I made some coasters to take to our family reunion next month because we're doing a little gift exchange thing. And I also used it to make a bandana for Ferris. So I grabbed out a couple skinny strips. Whoops, there's this one, sort of this prismy turquoisey thing, and peace signs. So sometimes I'm very conscientious and I go through my little bits of whatnot and I'm like, pin it together and have a bunch pinned and I sew it. And sometimes I just throw this in my machine, start sewing, and then stick stuff to it as I go down. Depends how organized I feel. But that's how I do crumbs. I am saving up other blocks to do just whatever, like it can be anything. And those are going to blacken them because I'm going to make dog blankets out of them. Give them to SPCA or I don't know, somebody, once I get a bunch of them. I got an old sheet and I'm just going to use that for the backing. I just have to cobble together a bit more batting. Hi, Colleen. Oh, no worries. Thank you, all my quilting friends, for coming by. Appreciate it very much. I'll hold out as long as I can until it gets warm in here. There is a breeze outside, but it's not very cool. So we closed up the house about 10:30 and put the AC on. Yeah, right, Kim, exactly. Kim says she likes to do crumb blocks because you don't have to think about it. You just sort of, I mean, I'm thinking a bit, so I don't have that much black, but string blocks are easy enough too. I'm going to probably do a few more of those. When did I do that heart? I made up a heart out of string blocks. It's sitting in the closet. I haven't done anything. I got to find a backing and I got to deal with it. It's on the to-do list. And I want to make a star in the same kind of vein. So when I get around to doing more string quilting, that's what I'm going to do. For starters. After that, we'll see. I might fiddle around with other things, but I'm going to be putting these crumb blocks away. I'm just going to clip them together with a big clip, or one of those office clips. What are they called? Buffalo clips? I don't know, those little black things. And just stick them in a box because as of Saturday, when I go to one of the local quilt stores with my friend, I hope to get another green fabric and another gray fabric to have enough so that the next grad quilt I'm going to do is a little bit scrappier. Yeah, hold on a sec, Tracy, 1 second. I got to go around the other side of my table. Hold on. Ugh. I have no idea where I got these because I've had them for forever. Basically, it looks like this. Okay, so there's 4 little holders, right? I will do a video when I have time, but I might as well show you right now since you're here. Okay, now this is 10 inches square. Okay, and it comes with all these little, now it won't come apart. There we go. These little pieces that you put together to make it big enough. I always have to look at it for a bit to put it back together, so I kind of leave it together. So you put your fabric over top of this. And then you put this, I usually put it on slightly like loose. And then I just do a quick tight because when I do cross stitch, I don't like wobbly fabric. So I click them on all around. And then tighten as needed after. And if you have a big piece that you're doing, I roll it up so that it's close on one edge, and then take a big long elastic and I hold it down there and I pull it down here and I hold it together with elastic. I hope that makes sense. I will try to do a video so that you guys can actually see it, but that's kind of how you do it. And I did have enough pieces for a small 4-inch one, but some of them have gone missing somewhere and I don't know where they are. I do have a small hoop, so I can always use that if I go back to small stuff. Sometimes I just stitch in my hand though. But that's a Q snap. I have a couple of longer ones. I can make a big rectangle that my mom's friend gave me because she wasn't using them anymore. And I think I used that when I was doing the big stitch on my aunt's quilt, just to have a space to kind of hold the quilt and like put it sort of on my lap and just kind of. Oh, Patty G says she uses those style of hoop. Yeah, they're good, aren't they? They're easy. Every now and again, one of those covering things will crack. They don't last forever. Oh, hi, Shirley. Oh, I didn't know there was a floor frame for those, Kim. I've never done that. I just sit on the table. The frame, well, it all comes together. Tracy, the Q snap is the whole thing. The plastic doodads to snap together to make the square, and the little holdy doos to clip your fabric onto. I'm sure you can buy them off Amazon now. Like, I probably had these things for 20 years. Oh, hi, Jeanette. Thanks for coming. Now, sorry, Kim, I'm going to scroll back a bit because you said you're doing string blocks. Just a second. I'm just going to scoot this back a little bit because I missed it. As soon as I get the quilt done for my aunt, I have rag quilts to get made and strings and 3 specific patterns. Oh, you're going to be busy. Yeah. Yeah, I have that grad quilt that I'm going to do next. I'm not doing a tutorial. I'll give you the highlights. It's a free pattern from Tiny Orchard Quilts. I think her name is Megan. You guys probably know who she is. She did this quilt last summer in about 5 videos, I think. So when the time comes, I'll just link her video because, just you can watch her. You'll see my colors. It's going to be green, gray, and black, grayish, silverish color, and black. Oh, you have the rolly frame, Tracy? Oh, yeah, those work too. You could use them for cross stitch or quilting. Just Google it. I'm sure you'll find them. Or maybe someone is selling them from thrift stores or something. You never know. They all work kind of the same. Just the components to make it snap together is all you have to figure out. Sometimes I have to lay it down and go, okay, that goes there, that goes there. Wrap my head around it. The next quilt that I have to do after that for another grad quilt, I'm way behind because these kids just graduated in June, but everybody knows about my knee and I wasn't able to shop, and I can stand and cut pretty good now, but for a while there I couldn't. So, oh, thanks. Don't look too closely because I need to get them. I'm getting them redone next week. They're kind of getting a little bit beat up. I did them for Canada Day though, but I have an appointment next week. The next one is free pattern from Jordan Fabric. I think it's called Layer Chops. Yes, Layer Chops, Jordan Fabrics. And it's for my friend's son. He wanted orange and blue. Yay, orange and blue again. At least he doesn't want yellow, but whatever. Okay, orange and blue it is. And I got ombre fabric from Moda something. I haven't looked at it for a while, actually. But what I want to do is, like, you have to cut the blocks in 10 squares and then you make like chopsticks, like you put the piece of fabric in between. So what I want to get is a solid blue that looks good with all of the ombre range of the fabric and a solid orange that looks good. And then I'm going to put the orange sticks in the blue blocks and vice versa. And after that, I don't have to do grad quilts for a while, and I'm going to do scrappy ones. Oh, thank you, Colleen. She put up the Tiny Orchard Quilts link. I think Megan called it Summer Skies. Hers was aquas and yellows with a navy background. It's really pretty, and she used solids. So I'll show you guys what I'm doing, but Megan's tutorial is way better than anything I can do, so you might as well watch hers if you want to do the quilt. Yeah, I thought so, Kim. I can come up with some good ideas on my own. Oh yeah, Tracy says she wants Megan's videos too. Yeah, she explains things really well. I like how she does her videos. There was a couple of other things I saved from hers now, and I forget what they were. One of her other free patterns, and I can't remember. Oh, excuse me, there goes my eye gonna run. Ugh. Sorry about that, everybody. Just does it occasionally. There we go. Mm. So, what is everybody working on right now? I know Colleen, she was finishing up her 3-yard quilt along with Melissa and Donna and everybody else that was doing them. Oh, thanks, Colleen. I'm the little camera I have that I got when did I get it? Late 2020. It films pretty good. I like it. Occasionally I use my phone but it's not that great. I have kind of a crappy phone. My good one accidentally fell out of my pocket and took a splash and was wrecked. And does not go there. So I have a kind of crummy phone right now. Eventually I will get back to having a good phone again. Anyway, but yeah, the reason why I have to do live only with the laptop is I don't have a good webcam. And that good filming camera is not a webcam. Yeah, oh no, splash. I tried to save it. We put it in rice and everything, and it was like dead. I couldn't even get any data off of it. Like I've had to ask everybody, hey, give me your cell phone number again because I gone. Ruby Jubilee. What's that, Lori? Out of Quilt Maker Mag? I haven't got a Quilt Maker Mag in ages. I don't know when my last one was. I just buy them sporadically when I see a quilt on it that I like. And I have a stash of them in my closet. And Kim's doing housework. I did vacuuming before I came on live. I thought it better be productive. The only thing with that little camera that I have is sometimes it's hard to see what I'm doing because there's no screen to look at. So if you see me doing close-up things, like when I was making that little pouch for my straw, I'm just sort of like looking over it like this. So I'm trying to get in frame, and it doesn't quite always work because I'm like leaning over to see. So, and other than that, I just aim it at myself and hope for the best. Give myself a reasonably wide angle and go with it. Oh, a mystery quilt from the magazine. Oh, okay. Cool. Hope you're filming it. I'd love to see it. Most of my quilting friends that come by here do lives, way more than I do. I just don't have time to do them all the time. I like to do it once a month, though, possibly to touch base with everybody. I don't know if I'll have time next month, though. Well, we're going to our family reunion for a weekend, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to bring my laptop. I'm supposed to be like on call in case people want me to answer questions and things like that for work. But where we're going to my nephew's house has internet that's iffy because they're way out in the country. So technically I should bring it because I likely can get service, but there's no guarantee I'm going to get service. So I'm tempted just to put my automatic reply on and say, forget it. And I'll see you on Monday night, the 29th, I think. That's when we come back of August. And then there's a whole bunch of people from my office going on an Alaska cruise that last weekend of August into Labor Day weekend. And because I'm not really a newbie anymore, I kind of know what I'm doing, although I haven't been in the office lately, and I got to remember how to transfer phone calls and all that stuff. But I said I would work one day in there, but I got to organize my other 2 nail appointments next week. And tomorrow I'm getting a pedicure, so I have to organize my other 2 pedicure appointments, for one at sort of endish of August and one for the 3rd week of September before we go on our cruise. So once I get the fingernails organized and the toenails organized for those days, then I know, okay, I can call up our manager's hubby is our techie guy. And he said, just text me. So I just got to text him and say, hey, Jaco, can you put me down to work on the September 1st or like whatever? And he'll write me in the calendar. And then after that, I'm staying home. I'm doing the September office meeting virtually. And my husband and I are only leaving house if absolutely necessary, because we have to do a COVID test on the 24th. Which happens to be our daughter's birthday, actually. And she's going camping. Or she plans to go camping for her birthday. Usually the end of September is nice enough that we have gone camping for her birthday in the past, like for years. Oh, Tracy, you should come back out to BC. Fermi West Bank. We were just there, West Kelowna, in May with our friends, staying at a resort. My sister-in-law, hubby's sister, lives in Summerland. They've lived there for years. They just sold their house, so they're moving to. They're looking in Summerland. They're looking in like Okanagan Falls and Culloden and sort of around that sort of area of Okanagan Lake. Their daughter and son-in-law and grandkids live in Summerland, and that whole family, they all own together a cabin that's out near 100 Mile House, which is kind of near where we're having the family reunion, but not quite. So they're going to be moving, and we have some friends that live in Penticton and other friends that are moving to Penticton. Oh, thank you. BB's Closet Creations sent off an entry. Oh, okay. I gave you my address, though, didn't I? I think. It's not too hard to send stuff to Canada. You just put the address on and off it goes. If the mail people where you are don't get it, maybe they shouldn't be working there. Tracy spent a summer in Comox and loved passing Nanaimo. My older sister used to live in Vancouver. Our nephew and his wife, the son of that sister-in-law in Summerland, they live in Nanaimo. Oh, good. I'm glad you gave the address. I don't know why your post office must have dummies working in it, because it's simple. An address is an address. You're not sending stuff to the moon. It's only to Canada. It's not that hard. Some people. You think you'd work in a government thing, you'd have a brain, but apparently that doesn't work. And nothing against my American friends, because don't even get me started about Canadian government stuff. I think it's just government in general, wherever you live in the world. Yeah. Yeah, brain is not required. Oh, and Shirley, that she had relatives in Kamloops. Yes, Tracy, they are, but we're used to it, and some people aren't. I have sent things off to various parts of Britain before, and they have letters and numbers in their postcode or whatever. I think it's called a postcode in Britain, right? Like my pen pal in Scotland is AB1 something. So it's not unheard of to have letters and numbers together in your postal code or whatever your country calls that. Off to work? Okay, see you later. That was my son leaving for work. Tracy lived in Fort McMurray, Alberta for 4 years, 30 years ago. My aunt and uncle that live in Calgary that we used to go visit when we were going to on our trips to Olds for the kids for college, they used to live in Slave Lake. And then about 20 years ago, they moved to Calgary. My mom's sister. And BB's closet, don't worry about it. If it doesn't get to me, you're still in my drawer. I'll make a note, actually, right now. Hold on. I don't have a pen. Hold on. Sorry, everybody. There we go. I have old brain and I will forget if I don't write a note. There. Okay, then I'll remember it. Put you on my list. Oh, I'm sure it'll get to me eventually, BB. Sometimes our postal system is kind of slow too. And then shockingly, sometimes something's like, boom, gone. Like, I don't get it. But I've sent things to my pen pal in Australia, and it's gotten quicker to her in Sydney than I can get it from like here to like Manitoba, which is stupid. Sorry, I keep drinking water. It's really dry in here. As soon as we put the AC on, it's like I instantly get dry. I find that in hotels and stuff too. You just got circulated air, just gross. Oh, Kim, no worries. We all get kind of fuzzly brain. Sometimes I'm just, and then sometimes I'm like, huh? It's called getting old, I think. And I'm not good at like distractions like people. I lose my train of thought quickly. It's not a very long train. My husband bugs me. It's a very short train there, honey. Yeah. My kids got me this shirt for my birthday, Christmas. You see it? Not like a booby show, but there. Soon enough. End of September. Oh, bye, BB. Her phone's dying. She's got to go. Thanks for dropping in and telling me about your stuff is coming. I'll keep an eyeball out for it. You got another week and a little bit. The 31st is a Sunday? Yes, because August 1st is the holiday. That's the long weekend. My kids are going camping. Thanks, Tracy. I don't know where my daughter found it. She finds all kinds of stuff online. My mom and dad went with their friends sort of impromptu to Alaska in May because it was a good deal. And they didn't have to fly. It was on the Royal Princess for 12 days. So they were just want to get on a ship. We had 3 cruises cancel in the last 2 years. The latest one was supposed to be in the spring, and it's just as well because I wrecked my knee anyway. So may or may not even be getting off the ship this coming up cruise in September. I can walk along pretty well, but not very far. So it just aches too much. If I go too far, then it's like, oh, that really hurts. If I just walk around normal, it's fine. It doesn't bother me that much. But my cane is coming on the cruise with me. I think I have a bunch of those stickers, those stones, the fake stones. I think I'm going to stick them on here and bling it up a little bit before I go cruising. Because I have to take it. I'm supposed to use it to walk properly, keep myself straight and not just limp around on my funky knee, because that's bad for everything else, like my hip and everything else too. We might get off in Santa Barbara. We're probably not getting off in San Francisco. Yeah, Colleen says I should bling my cane up. I don't know. I'll see. I'll see if I can get the stickers on. Might have to get the hot glue gun out for that, though. We'll see. I'll try it. If I remember to film it, I will. Our friends that have never cruised before are going with us, and they're going to go down and get on the little ships that run back and forth and do the tour of Alcatraz. But we've already done that, and we're probably just going to stay on the ship. We might disembark in Santa Barbara, but you can't dock there because it's not deep enough. So they use several of the lifeboats as tenders. They can hold 200 and something people. They're huge. And they just go back and forth all day to the dock. But it's kind of a long dock. They have to walk down. And then you have to walk a block or so along the street, whatever that is. And then there's another boardwalk dock thing that has shops. And last time we went there in 2017, that was a stop. And our family went and had lunch at the end of the dock. Was a nice seafood place, fish and chips and stuff for lunch. Tracy says, I walk with a cane also when I go to appointments. I use the walls in my house the rest of the time. Yeah, I do that too. I sometimes forget about the cane and I start walking and I'm like, oh, yeah, wait a minute. I should have that. It's good for climbing over the dog and things like that. Kim says, my stomach started growling and it suddenly dawned on me that I haven't eaten since around noon yesterday. Yeah, you should have something to eat, Kim. That's a good idea. I was bad and didn't eat breakfast this morning. I was doing a bunch of stuff and then I was like, oh, it's 10 o'clock. Maybe I should have a little something to eat. I was on the phone for a while this morning, trying to get answers for people. Sometimes I can just look it up with my various search things, and sometimes I have to phone and ask stuff because I don't know it all. And usually the supplier agents, whether they're cruise agents or Sunwing or whatever, they're all so helpful and good. And if I get one that I feel like they're a newbie, then I just say thanks very much and I hang up and I phone back and I try and get somebody else. It is what it is. Everyone's hiring and stuff now, rehiring again, so it's hard. There's newbies everywhere. Oh, Colleen. Yeah, sometimes my hubby bugs me too. I'm just not hungry. I don't want that. No. Maybe I'll eat it tomorrow for lunch. Oh, Tracy's son is 17 today. But that one that my son, I don't know if you saw him because my head was probably in the way. He's 21. He was 21 in February. And my daughter, whose birthday is coming up on the 24th of September, will be 24 that day. My son works, I probably told you guys this before, but my son works at one of the local breweries. He's a brewmaster. And my daughter is a vet tech. And she doesn't work here in my city. She works a little ways away, like 20 minutes away, at a vet clinic there. And you know the big guy that's my icon photo? The face of my Bernese Mountain Dog? That's Maximus. He's going to be 10 tomorrow. And he's not bad, but he's on a cocktail of drugs and green lip muscle and stuff because his knees are kind of shot and he has a hard time getting around. And yesterday, I don't know what he did. We have tile floor downstairs and he insists on laying on it and he can't get up that great, but I guess it's nice and cool. So we went off to the brew where my son works at and we had a beer with some friends of ours because their daughter just did her exam to be a x-ray tech. So it's like, yeah, way to go. So we went and had a beer. And then my husband and I went to get buns for our dinner. And we sent our son home to feed the dogs. And he said when he got home, Maximus got up and like was kind of hobbling. Like we figure sometimes he gets up and he slips. So we would have done like a wah, right? Like splay out because his shoulder was maybe bugging him. So he was kind of hobbling around, but he's the hugest baby ever. Hi, Melissa. No worries. I'm just here chatting. I was kind of sewing, but I'm not really. I'm just yakking now. I guess I should do something. So I don't know what's going on with Max, but he's an old fart is what he is. Yeah, my daughter was going to, he's got this wart thing on his eyebrow. So my daughter was going to drug him. Like he gets kind of, he doesn't throw up in the car, thankfully, but he gets too excited so we always give him trazodone. It just chills him down. So he was going to get that. And my daughter was going to take him in tomorrow. And just like, and he's fine with shots, which is weird because he's a huge baby. She was just going to like numb it and just go nick it off. But because of this whole shoulder thing, whatever, she decided not to. Plus, Woody would have probably had to have the cone of shame on his birthday, and that's kind of not. She forgot it was his birthday. She's like, oh, yeah. How many kids do you have, Tracy? I won't go blabbing his name either because the chat's going to disappear once we're done this. So I'm not going to say your son's name. Why would you get in trouble for painting your nails different colors? That's what Melissa just said. Practically creative. When I go next week, I'm probably just gonna like pink or something. But in the past, unfortunately, the girl that does my nails was in a car accident and probably has a torn rotator cuff, so she's not doing a whole lot of clients at the moment. So she does me because I can go kind of anytime, and she can take a break in between people. And when I go in September, like she's done in the past for me, where she's done like navy blue and silver with sparkle and white, and then she drew a silver anchor on one of them, and then she did blue and white stripes on one of them. So that's what I'll probably get done, something of the kind in September, but not as involved because she can't sit there for as long and do it because of her shoulder. Tracy has 3 kids, a daughter, an older son, and the youngest son. I only have those 2. And 2 dogs, which are kind of like kids. The little guy, Ferris, is going to be 2 in September. And he's not that little. He's only just because he's littler than Max is. Max weighs 110 pounds-ish, 108, something like that. And Ferris is about 85. He's leaner. There's a wide variety of sizes with the Bernese Mountain Dogs in the group here in town. There's like 25 dogs in the group, and there's some big, like, and really fluffy. Max is kind of the big fluffy type, and he's big, like he's broad this way. His paws are enormous. And there's some dogs like that. And then there's some sort of the leaner type, like Ferris, but Ferris was also the runt of his litter. So I don't know if that makes a difference. Shirley says your dog weighs more than me. We like the big guys. There's just such the sweetest, lovable dog. That, yeah, they're so good. Colleen says 2 kids and 4 bonus kids. That's good. And Kim is making pork chops, like chicken parm and salad. Ooh, that sounds yummy. I think we're having butter chicken tonight because we got I forget the brand name of it, but at Costco there's like 2 packs of jars of butter chicken sauce, and it's pretty good. The one time we were at Costco and we actually saw some young Indian ladies buying it. And then one says, like, I'm not making that. My mom can do that stuff. I'm buying the jar. Okay, whatever works. So I guess if the Indian ladies buy it, it is pretty good. So coming up, I don't know what I'm going to be filming. And again, live is going to be kind of iffy for the next while. I will film camping. Hubby and I and the dogs are going from the 7th to the, I think it's only, I could have sworn it was Sunday night, Monday night, and Tuesday night, and back Wednesday, but my husband said it's only Sunday night, Monday night. So I'll have to double check that. In summer of 2019, we went to Manning Park, to the Lightning Lake campground, the main campground, and camped with a whole bunch of hubby's family, and I did some filming of it. Now, also there is the group campsite, which are harder to get, which is why we're going on a Sunday night, because we're flexible. So all the people that are flexible for time in the summer go camping. And we have not been able to go to this place for circumstances for 5 years. And we used to go religiously every year with the kids and everything, and haven't done it. So when our friend said that she got it, we're like, yes, we're in, because we haven't done it in ages. So we'll film that. I will film what I can of our family reunion, like the area and stuff. I'm not going to put family members in it because people got little kids and stuff, but I'll do like scenery and stuff. But I'm not going on any hikes for obvious reasons. My daughter will, and she'll probably take Ferris, so she might film some stuff, and I'll just put that up of hers. But we'll see what I can do for that. And then, yeah, other than that, I'm just puttering around. And of course, I will take the little camera, and I have to take the phone with me too, because we have the app for Princess. It's called Ocean Medallion, and you can do stuff on your phone with it. So I have to bring that. You turn your phone off onto like airplane mode so it doesn't roam, but then you just use the app for various things. So I got to bring that too. And what I think I might do is bring my good camera for taking pictures. It's not great for indoors because the flash is kind of weird, but it does great for outside. And actually, strangely enough, I used to take pictures of my son playing hockey because it has a sports setting where you click it and it'll shoot off like 5 or 6 frames in a row. That was kind of cool, but again, lighting it inside is kind of meh. So I don't know. I'll bring it along though. It's not too huge. I might even be able to put it in my laptop bag. Maybe. I'll see. I might have to get packed. I don't know. Because we have to fly back. We're boarding the ship here in Vancouver, and then we're disembarking in LA and flying back. So I don't want to have very heavy luggage. So just minimal packing. we'll see how that goes. So here we are. We're 45 minutes in, and I've just been yapping at you. So I think it's probably time to shut this down, and I will see you all on various other people's lives. And if I have time, I will shoot for an end of August one. Maybe after we get back from our family reunion trip, because that's the weekend of the 26th, 27th, etc., etc. Yeah, I think we're back on the 29th. So depending how that goes, and depending how my appointments go and what day I work, then I'll try and do a live. We shall see. I don't know if I'll have time though. And I might do one before I go sailing off. And if not, it'll be early October when I get back. Okay, so thank you, Kelly, says Colleen. Always great to see you. It is always great to see you too, Colleen, and all of my other quilting friends. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. Oh, I won't overdo the knee, Tracy. I'll be okay. I'm kind of used to this now. It's just I just go for a little bit. I walk a little bit and then I sit down. Then I walk a little bit more and I sit down. So I'm not going to do like a comprehensive video of the Discovery Princess because I don't walk around to do that. But usually I don't take a purse with me. Just because I just carry my phone because you don't need anything. I got my medallion doodad around my neck. I don't need anything. But I have a little crossbody one. And I'm going to bring it along so that I can have my little camera in it and I'll have like lip balm and stuff in there and just take it around the ship with me. So as I'm in places that are filmable, I will film something. And if I don't go to that place, then you don't get to see it. Okay? Makes sense? So it's just what I'm doing. I will film stuff and maybe down the road I can do more of a different ship tour when my knee's fixed and I don't know. Oh, and there goes my phone. So, okay. So I better go. So no worries, Melissa. I know it, don't worry about it. It's all good. It'll be nice to do our camping trip. We're looking forward to that. Thanks everybody for coming. Take care. Bye-bye.